Nottingham Forest 2, Manchester United 2. Crook still positive, despite the fact that Manchester United's winning run has been halted at the hands of a very determined Nottingham Forest side. I mean, overall, your view on the performance, you weren't happy with some of the defending, were you?
No, I thought both the goals they conceded were poor from a defensive perspective, but great character, having sort of lost their way at the start of the second half to find it again. Bruno's hit the post. Ahmad, as I've already talked about, has scored a worldie, and then very nearly nicked it in the last minute. So I don't think United have lost too much in not winning this game. You look at the league table, by the way, you've got Aston Villa, who we've just been talking about. They're 11th on 15 points. Manchester City are second now on 19 points. So 4
Mm.
points separating the nearest challengers to Arsenal and the team top of the bottom half. So I think we're going to see a lot of toing and throwing in this race for European football and for the top four. But if United can beat Spurs next weekend, then I've got every confidence they'll be in the top four heading into this next international break. And I think certainly most Manchester United fans would have settled for that going into this run of fixtures.
Yeah, there's more points between first and second place in the Premier League than there is between second and 11th, which should tell you something. The question that is on everybody's lips, though, is that in the lead up to the corner that led to
Mm.
Casemiro's goal, was the ball out of play? Now, I don't think there was any conclusive evidence to suggest that it definitely was. So, why did Akil Howson, the assistant over on the far side, standing 68 meters away, believe so vehemently that it was definitely out of play, Kevin? How frustrating is that as a manager?
No, it's very, very frustrating because you ask them all the time for these to get these little moments right, and I think if you're not 100% sure, your flag should never go up. If you're not 100% sure when you've got the flag and you've got that, it should never go up. But what I think he's thought is, I've seen it's out. I've put my flag up. It's not really going to be a critical moment in the match. He's hoping, but it then becomes one because a goal comes from it. So it's when they get them things wrong, and it hurts a team like it did. It hurt Sean, and I think we all know about it afterwards, and we all knew about it. But they're the moments they've got to get it right. They're the moments what we asked for, and as Dicey said after the game, they're moments where you can go back and go within 2 minutes, you can get it right, you can get it out. But again, I was watching the West Ham game today, and I don't mean to go off, but 4 minutes it took them to realise that they got a touch on the ball when he'd given the penalty. It could have been
Mm.
done in half of the time. So if we're stopping it for balls going out for corners and things like that, which lead to goals, then we're gonna be having games for 120 minutes
Yeah.
every week. So they've got to
Some
get a
of us
lot
have got
cleaner with
homes
it.
to get to, Kev, haven't we? You know what I mean? I know we're
Yeah.
not going to sit there analysing
It's-
every throw in every corner, but I don't know how it happens twice in 2 weeks that Nottingham Forest get a corner that isn't really a corner and concede from both of them. I think actually it goes to a wider issue, doesn't it, Crook? That they're not actually that great at defending corners.
Well, yeah, and they're not great at keeping clean sheets. Is it 18 games now? One clean sheet in 18
Mm.
games? Did I read a stat this morning in the
Yeah, the only
Telegraph?
game was
So,
the Porto game
and
that
yeah, that'll
Dyche
that'll
took
be
over in.
bugging
Yeah.
Sean as well.
yeah.
That'll
So,
be bugging Sean.
yeah, listen, that's mission number one, isn't it, for Sean Dyche to
Yeah.
tighten them up defensively? But I think he would have seen the improvements from his first couple of games in charge to what happened the weekend, particularly against a rejuvenated Manchester United side. So, yes, he's frustrated with the corner. He'll be frustrated they're not defending better, but I think he'd be absolutely delighted with the point. That they're still obviously second from bottom in the table, but I think they've got too much quality to be down there for too much longer.
And when is handball not handball? Ahmad Diallo
It looked like a
decides.
handball, didn't it? Did look like a handball.
We will deal with that on Men in Black, by the way, and get Chris Foy's view on it and explain whether or not he believed that the player was in a natural position. But I think it was probably a natural position if he's playing point guard for the Chicago Bulls, not necessarily defending, defending in the Manchester United box. Amarim voiced concerns about post-match about his side's energy away from home. What does he mean by that, Kevin?
I think obviously it's a lot easier when you've got 70,000 fans behind you. and the players, know it now. So it makes it easy. So for you to run a bit harder to make sure that you do give a lot more. What they've got to find out, I think, because they're making it maybe a sort of fortress now, if you like, Man United, the tough place to go. I think that's probably where he's at. He wants to start winning games away, and I feel that because of the way he is and what he asks of his teams, he wants to go away and sort of dominate a Nottingham Forest. Meaning no disrespect to Nottingham Forest at this moment, but I think he would have been wanting to go there and carry the win on, and I think that's where it was. I think he wants to match, the home team's desire to run and work hard, and I think that's what he would have been asking his Man United players, that because he knew that it was going to be an intense atmosphere there. I think that's probably where he was asking his players to go and show that they can match Nottingham Forest for effort and enthusiasm and everything else, and then come away with a win. And it would have probably put a bigger statement out there than all the other wins that they've had over the last few weeks.